Hi, I'm Sonia. Welcome to my sample reading of a New Year's spread. This spread provides a window into what's in store for you next year. It's normally 45 minutes to an hour long to read. However, I've shortened this one considerably, as it's only meant to give you a brief overview of how I do this work. We have someone who's graciously volunteered to be our sample querent. I've already shuffled his cards, selected the 20 cards, and placed them in their respective positions. As I go through, I will explain the positions as well as some of the cards. Again, this isn't a complete reading, it's only a partial reading. So let's see what's in store for our guy. Okay, welcome to the reading. Now before I begin, I'd like to describe the word querent. I used it earlier and a lot of people don't know what that word means. That word was used by astrologers for many years to describe their clients. And tarot readers, psychics have also taken on that word to describe their clients. So client, querent, it's used interchangeably. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and describe the different positions that these cards are in. The first two cards here describe the energy that the querent is bringing into 2017. Each one of these sections are the seasons. You've got winter, spring, summer, and fall. Each one of these cards here are the months: January, February, March, April, May, June, etc. And then these two cards here are the energy that the querent departs 2017 with and into 2018. So let's dive into the reading. First of all, the Six of Swords here, it's a very difficult card, and it actually can mean many different things. In this case, it means restrictions and limitations for him. The card also has to do with excessive baggage from the past being brought in. Normally, that may not be it, but you know what? I look at this right here, and he's going to be dealing with that baggage at the end of the year. So he is bringing baggage into 2017, as well as limitations. Let me give you some background on him. Over the course of 2016, he's been in the process of deciding whether or not to leave his business, leave his job, to start his own business. And he's decided at the end of the year he's going to do that. He's going to focus on his own thing. And so that's where the limitations come in. He's always been very nervous about that financially, but he's good. This card also denotes a feeling of loneliness and separation from others, which he is struggling a little bit with that. So that just happens to be something that I know about him. The moon, another negative energy that's coming with him. But in this case, it actually means more like to use caution. There's a little trepidation just because of how, he's starting a new business and the financial climate is a little unsure. So that's what he's coming in with. So, okay, we get that idea. I wouldn't even bother going into more detail with him just because he and I have already done so many readings that we know this. We already know that this is coming in. So let's dive into the first quarter. Very positive beginning. The sun denotes vitality, excitement, and joy. So that's for all of the first part of, I shouldn't say the first part, but the first quarter. So let's look at each one of these months. January over here, the Eight of Pentacles can mean so many different things also. It can, and they can be conflicting in that it can mean just working, but it could also be being a bad employee. So I'm going to have to pull out another card to kind of determine what does that mean exactly, what's going on over here. So let's grab another card. Oh, good. Queen of Pentacles. It looks like he's going to have plenty of work in January. He's going to be very busy. In fact, he's so busy and he's making so much money that he's able to give to others. The Queen of Pentacles is the quintessential philanthropist. So he's in a position to actually do for others. So that's great. So let's move on to February. The Temperance reversed. It looks like he does so well in January that in February he becomes a little careless, a little excessive. So I'm going to have to tell him to be a little cautious because you know what? I see March. March kind of worries me. I see, the cards in the back, the wands in the back depicting all of his problems. They're behind him, but he's tired. He's tired of fighting the fight. And he's bandaged up and he's barely holding on to that staff, just propping himself up. So I'd caution him to be very careful in February. It could be that he's working so hard. It could be that he's partying so hard. I don't know that I would bother looking into that one much more, but I would look into this because I want to know Why is he so tired? So let's pick another card. Let's see what happens. So this is the card of celebration. And it could be parties, but not necessarily, because the Three of Cups also has to do with camaraderie. So it could be also support from family and friends. So is it that they have to support him, or is it that they're supportive of what he's doing? Is it that he's got so much clientele that he's able to support himself? I'm going to have to grab another card. Let's see what's going on. Oh, he's got the World. So the World is a great card. That means that whatever hardship he dealt with in 2016, it finally comes to term in March of 2017. This completes a difficult cycle, usually a cycle that involves a learn. Something that he's had to learn. So he's learned it, and he's ready to move on to the next project, the next endeavor. So let's pick one more card. I'm just curious. The Ace of Wands. Wow, that's great to follow the World card, because the Ace of Wands is a new endeavor, and it's a new endeavor fueled by passion and excitement. So this is great end for his first quarter. So let's move on. I'm going to skip this one because this is a really complicated setup here. I see a lot of conflict, and I would actually have to break this down into its own other reading. I would spend a lot of time on this one just because this looks like it's kind of pivotal to a lot of different things regarding his own mental state as well as his emotional state. So I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to move over here to Summer, because Summer looks great. Whatever he's done here, Summer, he's really set up in a great way on Summer. Now, the Star is overlooking all of Summer. That's a beautiful card, because that's a card of optimism and hope. It's also a card of following your destiny, or at least feeling like you are. He's on the right track. He's definitely moving forward, so that's fantastic. And over here in July, it looks like he takes a wonderful opportunity that it sets him up in something new. It's either a new project or a new relationship, so that's terrific. But let's see, what could that possibly be? Is it something romantic, or is it work? Oh, it's work. Knight of Pentacles. That's nose to the grindstone. So he's going to be very busy come July. That's fantastic. I need him to be a little careful. He's very much a social animal, and when he doesn't socialize enough, he gets a little bit snarky. So it's good to have that as a heads up. So let's come over here. This is now August, the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Cups, I look at that, it could be him, but it could be his son. For varying reasons, I would think it's his son. And so I would have to actually question, well, what happens in August with his son? So I'm going to have to pull another card. This one actually, you know what? This card would actually get its own reading also. It looks like there's something new starting with his son. Now, his son doesn't live with him. It could be that his son is looking to move back. It could be that his son is looking to start a new endeavor. The Two of Wands have to do with starting something new without consideration of obstacles and hardships associated with that. So youthful energy, but hey, that's how it all starts, right? You don't think about the bad. You just want to do the good. So it would be interesting, and he may not care. He may want to just leave that alone, like, it's okay. So there's something coming in with my son, new endeavor. I'm cool with it. So let's move on over here. Now we've got September. Now this is very interesting. Another card that can mean many different things. It could be a card simply of lots of communication. It could be a card denoting travel. It could be a card showing the arrows of love coming down towards him. So again, I'm curious, like relationships are very important to him here in the middle of 2017. So let me pull out another card. I'm curious what that could be. Whoa, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I'm kind of thinking September is bringing in not only a trip, but a lot of good luck. And I would tell him to play the lotto pretty regularly during the month of September. He might really get lucky on that one. So that's good. Now this section here, winter, I'm not going to go into it in detail, but I would tell you, there is so much mental drama here that I would definitely pull this out and make this its own reading. He's going through a renewal process. Remember how I brought out the baggage up here? Well, he's dealing with it here at the end of the year.
and really processing this baggage. So that said, it's not bad because he leaves 2017 on such a positive note, such a high note. The Fool denotes taking a risk and starting a new endeavor, knowing that the universe can take care of him or will take care of him, and that he can take care of himself. Very confident card, very good card. And the Lovers, while it could mean a new relationship, a new solid foundation for a relationship, it's also, and probably more importantly, a good solid foundation for a new start. So he's definitely on the right track, and he's going into 2018 so strong and confident. I'm so happy for him because he's had quite a struggle this year. So basically, that's how the reading goes, and you can see that sometimes I'll pull something out and really focus on it because there's a lot going on here, and this is also a lot going on over here. So that's how it works. Please give me a call. I'd be happy to go over it with you, and also we can do these cards online. I should say over the phone, in person. I can record it just like this so that you can refer to it later on. You would get a USB drive. So give me a call. Let's talk about it. Let's see how you'd like to get your cards read. I hope to hear from you soon.